In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Google site, which is basically going to be like a classroom website where you can have students and parents access it, and you can have information posted. You can have files for students to download. You can also have a blog, all in one website. Now, to set up a Google site, all you need is a Google account. Okay, maybe you have one with your board or just even a Gmail account. So if I go up to Google here and click on the 9 little boxes up here on the top bar, you'll get all the products that are available from Google. And since I don't see sites on this menu, click down to even more from Google, and they'll give you a full list of all the products available from Google. And the one we want is under Home and Office, and it's this one down here, Sites, which is the Google Sites startup. So if we click on Sites, what you'll get is a list of basically all the websites that I've been working on creating. And so if I create a Google site, you'll get this menu opening up here where they ask for some information. For example, what's the name of your website? They give you an option between a blank template or to browse from a gallery of pre-made, pre-populated websites where you basically would highlight information on a pre-populated site, delete it, and replace it with your own information. But since it's very simple to start with a blank template and create a Google site, we're going to start with that option. So if we give our site a name, or just classroom website, okay, and then basically what we can see down here is a URL for my website, and at the very end of it you'll see that they've called it what you've named your site, classroom website. They've actually added that into the URL. Now you're allowed to change this slightly if you want to. They give you that option, but I think there's no need to do that. And so that will be the website that we use for your classroom site. If this has already been used, you're going to get an error. They're going to tell you to change this part, and you can do that if the error message comes up. Next, what you're going to do is select a theme, and they give you a lot of options. These are the background themes for your website. Okay, and so you can pick any of these. All you have to do is just click on it and it'll highlight it in red. So maybe I'll pick Desert Panel right up here. Click it, it'll highlight it in red. And then if you scroll down to the bottom here, they have more options. So click on More Options. And what they have down here is site categories. So if you have a category of, if you're making a category of sites, but since we're only making one website, we can leave that one blank. Down here though, this might be useful. It's basically the site description. Okay, in here you'll enter the keywords such as classroom website, and these are the keywords that'll come up in a Google search for someone who's searching the web, and those keywords will allow them to access your website if you make it accessible to the public. Okay, so once you've done that and you've highlighted the theme that you're choosing right there, go up here to the top and click on Create. And it says this location is already in use by another site. Please pick a new location. So basically I can just add a number at the end of it and then go back and try again. Classroom website 1. And so try creating now. It'll take a few moments. Now that it's finished creating the site, here it is. It pops up on the screen, and basically what you can see here up at the top, this is telling you that you're on the home page, and on this toolbar you can see you have some buttons. This is the Edit Page button, the New Page button or Create Page button, the More Actions button, which allows for advanced features on your web page, and the Share button, which allows you to share your website with a few people or make it public and share it with everybody. Okay, and so there's some things I should point out on this website. You can see this is the name of our website. Okay, classroom website. Over here there's a search menu, a search window for your site. And this is the home page, which is basically just a static flyer-based web page, and I can edit it and change and add information. Over on the sidebar you have a sidebar menu that has all the pages that are on your web page. Right now we just have one, the home page. Okay. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this home page by clicking on the edit page button, and when you do that, it's loading the editor. And what it does, it gives you two new toolbars. Okay, this top toolbar gives you an insert button, a format button, a tables button, a layout button, and a help button. The second toolbar is like a Microsoft Word style toolbar, which allows you to change the fonts, change the bold, underline, italics, and the justification over here, and so on. These toolbars are going to be really handy for putting all kinds of information into your website. So for example, if I click on Insert, this will allow me to insert images, links, videos, table of contents, and a lot of other information. Okay, images, links, table of contents, and you got a whole bunch of information that you can add to your homepage. If I click on Format, then I can insert some headings on my home page. If I click on Table, you can insert a table. Layout allows you to set up the design of your home page into one column, two column, three column simple designs, or you can get into more advanced that have one and two, three columns with a top bar and a bottom bar, or if you want a left bar or right bar or both. That's what the layout page allows you to choose from. So I'm going to choose the two columns with the top and bottom bars. In the first column, we can begin putting information onto our web page, okay, by clicking here. If we press Format, we can select Heading 2, and that allows us to put some headings into our web page. So heading number 1, I'll say Welcome, and then I'm going to place a few more headings here so I can show you what you can do with those later on. Heading number 2, I'll type in another heading, say Our Classroom. And two more headings. Heading number 3, Upcoming Events. And the last heading, pick the same style, heading 2 style. The last heading could be Important Announcements. Okay, so there are some headings for our home page. Now we're going to look at adding a new page to our web page, to our website. So click on Save, and there's our headings. If you go up here to click on Create Page, you get a little menu, okay, that allows you to create new pages. And if you want to have a blog on your web page, you can do that. Okay, if we call it Classroom Blog. And then down here you can select what kind of web page it's going to be. Okay, now the web page is basically a static-based web page. Okay, basically a digital flyer like our home page. Announcements, it's a blog style page. That's the one that we're going to choose. Okay, and it allows you to post blog announcements. Okay, new posts, and it pushes the old posts down as it posts the new ones. File cabinet is basically going to allow you to insert files that are available for download later. And a list is like a spreadsheet. And finally, a startup page will basically be the first page that people land on when they go to your site. Maybe it'll have some graphics on it, or some announcements or information to present your web page. So we're going to select an announcement page. That'll be the blog page. And down here they ask you to select a location. Either put the page at the top level or put the page under home, which basically means that putting it at the top level on the menu on the home page at the sidebar, it'll put it at the same location as your home page menu item. If you select this one, it'll put it as a subheading to the home page. So we're going to keep it as a top level setting, and so when you press create, okay, you can see over here, there's the home menu item, and then there's the classroom blog as the second item. And so since we're on the classroom blog page, we can click on create a new post. Now the beautiful thing about a blog is that in order to update the blog, all you have to do is click on new posts. Okay, and so once I clicked on that new post, here's going to be my first post entry. So to title my post, I'm going to call it post number 1 and just type some information, whatever you want for this. This is just a intro. This is my first post. So when I click on save, you will see on the sidebar menu here, under classroom blog, you're going to see the first blog entry, post number 1. Okay, so when I click on home, I'll go to the home page. When I click on classroom blog, it takes me to the classroom blog, and there's my first post. Okay, so when I click on classroom blog again, I can create another post by clicking on new post. And so I'll call this post number 2. And then write some information. This is my second post. And click save. So if we look at the sidebar menu, okay, you'll notice that it pushed post number 1 down. If I click on classroom blog, it pushed post number 1 down, and because it was the more recent post, post number 2 is on top, and it'll continue doing that as you add new posts. You'll continue to push the older posts down, and so on. And on the sidebar, you can see both posts are listed, and if you click on one of them, it'll take you right to that post, and it says it was created a minute ago. Okay. Alright, right now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to show you one more new type of page, which is the file cabinet page. Okay, so the file cabinet page is really good. It can serve as a Moodle, a course Moodle, which I use in my secondary courses, my secondary school courses, or you can just have downloadable files for students. Okay, even if you want an entire course, you can have it on this file cabinet page. So I'm going to call it math files, and I'm going to call it file cabinet. I'm going to select the template as a file cabinet, and this time I'm going to I'm going to put it as top level so that it comes up as its own category on the sidebar menu, and press create. So this page becomes very useful when you want students to download files or